Transformers 96 here with a part 2 of a collection video. This time I am just talking about the Hot Toys figures that are in the detail cabinet in my closet where I keep my collection. If you've seen part 1, I just show you all my regular toys. You can see them to the left, right there, just all my normal toys. Now I'm just going to talk about the Hot Toys. I have 3 detail cabinets, and since my last Hot Toys collection update, I did get another detail cabinet, so now I have 3. So things will definitely be very different. I'd be very surprised if there's even one thing here that I originally had in my last one. So, as you can see, first square we've got this is the top left, of course, and we've got my Iron Man collection. I tried to keep the squares very unified and to have a theme, you know. So hopefully I've done that pretty well. As you can see, my Iron Man stuff. I do have just my flashlight on my phone going so that you can get a better look at them. As you can see, I do have the Mark 1, Mark 7, and Tony Stark. I've taken Tony Stark off of his base and have given it to the Mark 7 and given Mark 7's base to Tony Stark. I think it works a bit better considering that base is going to be the one that's really used for all the you know, regular armors like the Silver Centurion and Bones, Star Booster, all those type of armors. So I thought to give him a more unified look, I'd put him like that. And I love that Mark 7, so it's a good way to display him. So yeah. So overall, very cool. And I am getting the Silver Centurion, and I might be getting the Mark 42. So I'll have to rearrange things when they come. But as for now, there's my Iron Man cube. So moving right over, we have my Man of Steel cube, where we've got Superman on his dynamic stand base, where he's just kind of hovering. A really simple shot, but it really, you know, makes the cape fold, you know, really nice and looks good, and it can fit inside of it. As well as you have Zod here, looking just awesome. Love that Zod figure. They're pretty standard, you know, type standing poses, but with a little bit more than just the average stance to them. And as you can see, just on the floor there, we've got Zod in just a regular unnameless base, as well as the die-cast key, Kryptonian key, just right next to Superman. So yeah, I do like that square a lot. I think that there's a lot of stuff in it, even if it's just mainly filled up by a base. You've got some two really cool and you know, big figures to them. So yeah, so very nice. Alright, in the next one we just have some Avengers. As you can see, I did put them on the Jatari bases. I think that they just look really nice on them, but I've just got them in a bit of a pose. I mean, Captain America is definitely in a pose. He's kind of just running forward, has the spread hands, and he's got his shield pointed forward. From this angle, it probably doesn't represent it the best, but he is in a little pose there. And then on the right, which I really like, you get Hawkeye and Black Widow, who are standing there. Hawkeye's got his arm over Black Widow. I think that they just look really great. It's a cool way to display them together, as well as just have them on a really nice base, and just they look great, as well as it conserves bases. I mean, with all these Hot Toys figures coming out with dynamic stands but no regular base, and with those dynamic stands taking up so much space, I need some of my figures on regular bases, so it does conserve bases, and I can start giving those bases to other figures who need them. So overall, they look really cool. Hawkeye is, you know, he's standing with the clip on him, supporting him, and then he is basically just supporting her with his arm over her, so she's stable on it, and I'm very happy with it. And I do love the Jatari helmet down there with the arrow that's going through the eye and out like the cheekbone. It just actually looks really sick. So overall, really do like the poses I have these guys in. Alright, back down to the first cabinet. As you can see, we've got some Dark Knight figures, mainly villains. I mean, we have Scarecrow, Bane, and Catwoman. Nothing too much has changed. I don't think I've moved their poses up really at all. I believe that they used to be in the cube all the way to the right, which I have changed. Or maybe I displayed Joker with them too, so I'm not quite sure. Nothing too much has changed, though, I do have to say. But overall, really do like the figures, and they do look quite nice. Now we move over to my Marvel villains. As you can see, we've got Loki, Whiplash, and Mandarin. I really do love the square. I love the way that Mandarin sits on his, you know, really nice chair, and then he's got his boot on the Iron Man helmet. I have been waiting so long for them to come out with the Silver Centurion figure so that I could take the exclusive battle damage helmet and switch it out with the helmet that I have here, so that he's stepping on a helmet with fire coming out of his eye that's all damaged. That would look sick. So I'd say just a little bit under a month from that figure coming out, so very excited to have that one in my collection to be able to do that. And these figures look very nice. Really do like the setup. Of course, the setup will, you know, change with the Whiplash Mark II coming out, as well as I believe we have we have like the Spider-Man villains and stuff too, so eventually I'll have to change it up, but really do love these figures, and they do look really nice together. Alright, now all the way over to the right we have the two Jokers. As you can see, we have my custom Nurse Joker as well as my Joker 2.0. Looking very cool, really do love Joker, I'm a big fan of them. They're kind of alone and kind of bare. I mean, you know, every other cube basically has at least 3 figures in it, but the ones that don't, like the Superman one, have a massive base and whatnot, so you really do get a lot more. This one feels kind of bare, but I left it like this because next month, in August, depending on when I post this, but next month in August, they are doing the exclusive Bank Robber Joker 2.0, which I have pre-ordered, so he'll be going in with them, and looking quite nice. Not quite sure how I'm going to display them, considering he comes with such a massive base. I don't know, possibly I'll actually be using that base, possibly I'll just put him on a regular stand, but this is going to be my Joker cube, and I really do love Joker, so I'm very excited to have 3 different versions of Joker. That's going to be pretty awesome. Alright, so over in this cube, as you can see, we've skipped all the way to the bottom. As you can see, I do have the one shelf that's the 3rd one down. I do have it out, and that's simply to fit Ironmonger. And as you can see, my newest addition to this collection, that's, you know, not official, is the custom the custom Obadiah Stane. As you can see, I do have him there. I think he looks pretty awesome. I have him just with a normal true type body, with the clothes, shoes, and just everything from the Wolverine figure, as well as just a piece of the helmet from one of the Tony Stark sets, as well as just obviously Obadiah Stane's face sculpt. They look really awesome in there, and I'm really liking them. As you can see, they look pretty cool, and even though they do take up a lot of space. And here we moved all the way over to the right. As you can see, we do have the Hulk as well as Bruce Banner. I basically skipped the middle cabinet because I'm going to end with that. This one basically just mirrors the one on the other side. As you can see, I did have to take out the shelf, and now we have Bruce Banner, you know, standing a little bit tilted, head to the left, with or Hulk doing that, with Bruce Banner up to the front, to the right, and, you know, looking down kind of a bit to the other direction. So as you can see, I basically have my my Ironmonger, Hulk, Bruce Banner, and Obadiah Stane just kind of mirrored together. I really do like that a lot. I think it gives it a really cool look. If I do happen to get Igor or anything, I would probably continue this, you know, tradition, as far as I'd have Igor in there without the shelf, and then have Tony Stark standing in front of him. I think that would be really cool. Or when the Hulkbuster comes out, because that one I'll definitely be getting, I'll do the same thing. And if it's possible to make a custom of Paul Giamatti's Rhino character, I'll do the same thing with Rhino, because I think it looks really cool, and I think that if I could have them all unified like that, it would look really nice. But for now, I just have the 2, and I'm really happy with the 2 sets because they do look really cool. And yeah, so really do like the Hulk and Bruce Banner set. So as you can see at this middle shelf, we do have the half piece of glass that I got customly cut to fit this, so that I could have Ironmonger at the bottom and have his head stick over the top, but still be able to display some figures up there. And I have changed things up. As you can see, Red Skulls, the 2 Red Skulls, have always been there, and they're still there, obviously. And now at the bottom, I do have the 2 Jatari as well as the black suited Spider-Man. Those figures obviously don't go together. They are both Marvel, but they're not, you know, like from the same universe type of thing. So I don't quite like them together, but hey, I still think it fits, and it is nice to get them there. And as you can see, I do have the black suited Spider-Man on Zod's base. I think it looks pretty good, and it does allow him to be in a pretty neat kind of like action pose, and still have there be a reason to have that piece of glass cut, and why there isn't just a whole nother shelf there. But yeah, so that's just how it all looks together. Alright, so there you go. Wanted to give you as grand of a view of my Hot Toys as I can get. And yeah, so you can see them all together relative to each other and whatnot. Very much loving Hot Toys, and I really do plan to keep going on collecting it because I really do love it. Did just pre-order Groot and Rocket Raccoon, of course, like I've said in a past video, and I'm very much excited for them. Silver Centurion, Mark 42, the sleeveless Thor, as well as I think there might be some others, but those are the next ones on the way. They should be here soon. Oh, as well as the Bank Robber Joker too. So yeah, so do have quite a few figures coming. Definitely gonna have to get some space for them and figure out a good way to put them. And yeah, so there you go. There's my collection. Very happy with it, and very happy with my collection overall. Just not just Hot Toys, but just everybody. I think that they look really nice, and I'm very happy and lucky to have them. So yeah, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching.